Superstar Dolph Ziggler, Ricochet,
AJ Styles,
Becky Lynch,
Seth freaking Rollins, and this is BrettO Live on YouTube.
What's going on, guys? BrettO Live back with another video, and today we have the Week in Review, episode 126. This is where we go over Raw and Smackdown in a setup style. The Week in Review, we're going to be starting off with Monday Night Raw. This show was so freaking boring. I just wanted to fall asleep the entire time. I gotta be honest with you guys. Like, this was so freaking boring. Obviously, the big highlight of the show was the Turmoil match. We will get into it, but I was still kind of bored watching that. Before we get started, shout out to Good Brother Figs. He's going to be hosting a gigantic raffle over on his Instagram page, so shout out to him. Make sure to go follow him. When we hit 5,000 followers on his Instagram page, he will be raffling off some super insane rare figures, like a Straight Society CM Punk and a Ringside Collectibles exclusive like CM Punk. So definitely make sure to go follow him. Starting over here was a 24/7 championship match. It was Akira Tozawa versus Reginald, and oh my god, I'm just sick and tired of the 24/7 championship. I'm sick and tired of Reginald. I'm just sick and tired of all this garbage 24/7 crap. Oh, it's so bad. So the match, Reginald, I guess, Reginald wins, and then all the 24/7 goons run out. They try to pin him, and then Drake Maverick randomly returns right behind frickin' R-Truth. I'm like, is that Drake Maverick? Oh my god, he's back. What the heck? So yeah, he's back on Monday Night Raw, and he's going to be in the 24/7 championship picture again, and it's not funny, and I don't care, so yeah, I'm not really into that whatsoever. Moving over here, it was Rhea Ripley and Nikki Cross going up against Natalya and Tamina. Not for the Women's Tag Team Championships, but after this match, after we saw the winner, which was Rhea Ripley and Nikki Cross, you gotta think that Rhea Ripley and Nikki Cross are going to be getting a title opportunity, more than likely at Extreme Rules, because they did pick up the victory, which I was actually kind of surprised. Tamina and Natalya haven't been really getting too many victories over the past couple months, so it was pretty cool to see, I guess, Rhea Ripley and Nikki Cross pick up the victory. I think their new name is like Super Brutality or something like that. It's something like that. But yeah, it's not bad, I guess. Just not really that entertaining. Speaking about not entertaining, oh my god, Nia Jax, Charlotte, one-on-one again. Same match that we saw last week. Same match. This time we saw Charlotte jump off the top rope, this time delivering a natural selection. I gotta admit, that was kind of cool. That was pretty cool. Shayna Baszler sort of distracted Nia Jax, not on purpose, but like sort of accidentally. And then right after the match, Charlotte was with the title, with the microphone. I'm like, okay, what's going on here? And then Alexa Bliss, she lights out, Alexa Bliss right behind her, and she's like, yeah, I want a Raw Women's Championship match, so more than likely Extreme Rules. You're going to see Charlotte out with Alexa Bliss. Should be good, I guess. Just don't really care. I don't know. Karrion Kross, John Morrison, I am just, the way that they're treating John Morrison, like, when he split away from The Miz, I'm like, here we go, Morrison-Miz rivalry, this is going to be awesome, I want to see Morrison win in the end, and he's just going to be going on a spree for the United States Championship, but no, they're treating him like crap. Last week he got beat by Omos, and this week he's getting beat by Karrion Kross. Like, what is going on with this? Karrion Kross basically just freaking hugged him to sleep with his little maneuver, and he said fall and pray, and it was over. Karrion Kross won. Super freaking boring. Moving over here, people were into this, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, but as I really thought about it, I'm like, this is like the 10th time we've seen them face each other. I swear, Sheamus and Drew McIntyre have went up against each other in the past year, an insane amount of times. Like, I don't need to see this match again. Please, I do not need to see this match again. Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, one-on-one. Sheamus won this time. He was able to use the tights to roll up Drew McIntyre, getting him a championship opportunity against Damian Priest at Extreme Rules for the United States title. Priest is going to retain. Not looking forward to it. Moving over here, of course, it is the Tag Team Turmoil match. It got started in the beginning. I'm like, wow, they're starting with the Tag Team Turmoil match? This ought to be good. They didn't finish it in the beginning. I'm like, what? So Mason T-Bar got eliminated by the New Day, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. You know, I wasn't expecting Mason T-Bar to win. I freaking hate them too. I really want a New Day pull out the victory, by the way. But yeah, they eliminate Mason T-Bar, and then Mason T-Bar was so mad, they destroyed him, and then Adam Pearce and Sonya are like, we're going to finish this match later. Don't worry, we're going to finish this match later. I'm like, oh, why not just finish it now? I didn't understand. I really didn't understand. Why not just finish it right now? I just thought that was kind of dumb. But yeah, later in the show at 9:15, I think, is when they brought back the Turmoil match. And then in the end, it was actually kind of cool. Bobby Lashley and MVP were a team in the match. They were the last participants. AJ Styles and Omos were still in the match. So it was AJ Styles and Omos going up against Bobby Lashley and MVP. I actually thought this was kind of cool. This was the only cool thing in the show. Almost going face-to-face with Bobby Lashley. I thought it was so awesome and almost overpowered him multiple times. I'm like, this is so freaking cool. I really thought Bobby Lashley was going to get him up for the suplex. I really did. And super surprisingly, the crowd was behind MVP and Bobby Lashley. They were chanting, Bobby, Bobby. They were chanting MVP. I don't know if it's just because it was the hometown of MVP, but yeah, they were chanting for them. I'm like, this is so cool. But yeah, in the end, Bobby Lashley was able to hit a spear on AJ Styles. 1, 2, 3, pick up the victory. So they're going to be facing Matt Riddle and Randy Orton for the Raw Tag Team Championships at Extreme Rules. Oh, no, not Extreme Rules. I believe it's this Monday, actually. Yeah, this Monday they're going to be facing him for the Raw Tag Team Championships. So it should be pretty good. But then right after the match, Randy Orton RKO'd Bobby Lashley again. So a very similar ending to that, just like last week on Raw. So yeah, very repetitive show. The Tag Team Turmoil, in the end, it was okay, but I was just really bored at some points. Like teams like Viking Raiders, Veer and Jinder, the Lucha House Party, Ali and Mansoor, just super lame teams. Super boring teams, in my opinion. It's just, yeah, just nothing interesting. You know, just no teams interesting in the match. In my opinion, these three, boom, nailed it ×2. But yeah, guys, that was Monday Night Raw. In the end, I'm probably going to give it a 1 out of 5. I was so bored. I was so freaking bored during this entire show. The only thing good, again, Bobby and Omos going one-on-one. I thought that was so cool. But yeah, that was Raw, 1 out of 5. Let's jump into SmackDown. Continuing the week in review with Super Smackdown Inside of the Garden. What a great show. I knew it was going to be nothing less. Madison Square Garden always delivering amazing shows. On September 10th, of course, they're going to put on a show for September 11th, which is absolutely amazing. They did a bunch of dedications to the day and everything. It was awesome. But yeah, SmackDown kick butt show. We are going to jump right into it. We're going to start off with the lamest thing of the night. This was the Women's SmackDown Championship contract signing. It was Bianca Belair coming out. Of course, she's going to be facing Becky Lynch at Extreme Rules for the SmackDown Women's Championship. They're going to have a contract signing. Bianca comes out. She's like, yeah, I'm going to beat the man. Even though what happened at SummerSlam was bad for me. You know, same old with Bianca Belair. And then back to Becky Lynch, the man, the overrated man, comes out talking trash. She was like blaming the fans for like, this is what I come back to, and they were cheering her. She makes no sense. Literally, Becky Lynch makes 0 sense. I hate her so much. I really hope Bianca gets that title back. I've never been a fan of Becky Lynch, so I really hope Bianca is able to get that title back. But yeah, Becky ended up signing the contract after like super hesitation. I'm like, what's the point of hesitation? We know you're gonna have the match. Just come on, just sign it. Stupid. Yeah, that was super lame. Moving over here, a really fun 10-man tag team match. It was heels versus faces. I remember some of the participants. It was Big E, Shinsuke Nakamura, Rick Boogs, couple other guys. I'm sorry, there was so many guys in this match. And then the heels, Dolph Ziggler, Robert Roode, Otis, freaking Chad Gable was on ringside, Apollo Crews, Commander Aziz was on ringside. They brought Trey Young out, the basketball player. I'm like, what the heck? That's super odd. So he was out there. He got ejected for trying to cheat because Sami Zayn was there. And then in the end, Big E was able to win the match with his with his finisher maneuver, obviously, to take out Sami Zayn. And then yeah, he had an interview. He's like, I could cash in this Money in the Bank contract at any time. Bobby Lashley, Roman Reigns tonight, Monday, Extreme Rules. You never know when it's gonna happen. So I thought that was really cool. Giving Big E some time on the microphone, speak his mind with the Money in the Bank contract. Finally, I think that's awesome. Moving over here, beginning of the show, it was Roman Reigns coming out, doing his super insane entrance that he does. Paul Heyman was out there. I'm like, okay, it's just a matter of time until Brock Lesnar comes out. And boom, Brock Lesnar. He runs down to the ring, gets right in Roman Reigns' face. I'm like, this is so epic. What a great way to start the show. And then he confronts Paul Heyman. He's like, Paul, this, that. And he's like, Paul, you need to accept this match with Roman Reigns because he's still under Roman Reigns' management. He's like, you need to accept this now in 5, 4, 3, 2. And then he picks him up for the F5, and then Roman Reigns doesn't let it happen because he still is, a soft spot for Paul Heyman, even though he sort of turned to Lesnar, but then kind of turned back to Roman Reigns. It was very weird, but it's still a great way to start the show. I really enjoyed it. And then Lesnar's like, yeah, I challenge you, Roman Reigns, for Extreme Rules. Or no, not Extreme Rules, after Finn Balor. Basically, after Finn Balor. After Reigns beats Finn Balor, which is very sad. But yes, that was a great way to start the show. Speaking of great things, not Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, Edge, one-on-one freaking no, not WrestleMania, but SummerSlam Rematch. What a great match. This was so freaking good. I love their chemistry with each other. It's just so freaking awesome. Seth Rollins pulling out all the stops, and obviously the entire thing of the storyline has been, can Seth Rollins hit the curb stomp and send Edge back to the freaking surgery room, get his neck re-repaired? And he did. He hit the curb stomp, and I'm like, oh my god, he was finally able to do it. Edge, I thought this was so cool too. In the end, Edge looked like he was about to, like, you know, like, he knew that he was going to lose. I thought that was really cool. And then Seth hit the curb stomp. Ambulance took him away. I'm like, this is insane. And then interview after that, Seth was like, I don't really know how I should feel right now. I'm like, whoa, this is weird. Seth Rollins showing a little soft spot maybe. But yeah, that was amazing. Moving over here, main event of the show, it was Usos versus the Street Profits. Wasn't expecting a title change here. In the end, Reigns, it looked like the Street Profits were going to win because Montez Ford hit the frog splash, and then Reigns jumped the ring, attacked Montez Ford, causing a disqualification to save the Usos from losing their Smackdown tag team titles. I'm like, oh, what a kind of a weak way to end the show after a decent tag team match. And then, boom, Finn Balor, the Demon King. They teased it last week with the red light. I'm like, what was the red light? It was the Demon King, Finn Balor. He comes out with a fully decked out new face paint, and I'm like, oh, this is epic, dude. So let's go. Finn Balor is back on SmackDown. He's going to be facing Roman Reigns at Extreme Rules. Well, Finn Balor's not going to be facing him. The Demon King is going to be facing Roman Reigns at Extreme Rules, and it's going to be awesome, even though Roman Reigns is more than likely going to beat him, which is going to be very sad, and he's going to go on to the next challenger, Brock Lesnar. But yeah, anyways, great SmackDown. If it wasn't for the contract signing between these two, this show would be getting a 5 out of 5, but I am probably going to stick with a 4.5. A 4.5 out of 5. I enjoyed the entire thing, but this ruined it for me. This was so bad. Everything else was just so good. I don't even know. But yeah, guys, that was SmackDown. That was Raw. Setup style. Everything I enjoyed. Let me know your ratings down in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys next time. BrettO Live out.